Hi again, Donna here, half of the Gourmet or Good Enough team with my twin sister Diane, and today I'm feeling adventurous. I'm making French macaroons, or macaron if you want to spell it with one O or two. I don't care. All I know is they can be difficult. They rely on meringue, and as you know, meringue can be temperamental, but I'm up for the challenge. So let's get started. Start with egg whites. Using the whip attachment, medium, just until it turns a little frothy. We gradually add the sugar and we increase the speed to medium, high. Okay, the meringue is done. Now I'm going to add my flavorings, and I'm doing vanilla today. So a little bit of vanilla, mix it again. We're looking for stiff peaks. I want to do this in a separate bowl because it's easier to work with. Once again, I'm taking out my favorite spatula. It's funny how you get used to certain things, and they just feel right in your hand. If somebody wanted to punish me and they took away my favorite tools, I would be in a bad way. Okay, now that we have our stiff meringue, it's time to add our dry ingredients. And I have pre-sifted my powdered sugar, cocoa powder, and almond flour. And we're going to add a little bit at a time. And we're going to fold it in. It's okay if it deflates a little bit. And the reason I sifted it is because you don't want any clumps. Clumps equals uneven baking when you're doing meringue. Don't want that. I want to switch to my favorite spatula. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, now that we have half of it mixed in, that all gets dumped in. And now we're going to start folding it gently. And we just want to go around and around and around. And take your time with this. Just keep going around and folding it in. Around, folding it in. And sometimes you can even help yourself by moving the bowl as you go. And because meringue can be difficult, I prefer to weigh dry ingredients when I'm making a meringue. Well, it's official. My favorite spatula is kaput. It fell apart on me. I'm going to have to retire it. This is going to have to be my new favorite. I'm going to continue folding, turning and folding, sweeping around the bowl, and folding it inward. So according to my sources, we'll know the batter is properly mixed if, when it drops from the spatula, it holds its shape, but then it slowly oozes into the rest of the batter. I think we're very close. I'm going to give it a couple more rotations. We're good. On my cookie sheet, I took parchment paper and I made some circles so that I know exactly how large they are. That way they'll all be the same size. So I'm turning it upside down so I don't have to worry about the felt tip getting in my food. I want to put just a little dab on the corners to keep it in place, because this parchment paper is roly-poly here, and I don't like that. So there we go. That's just a little trick. See, that's why you guys are here, because I'm passing on my tips that I learned to you. Okay, so I'm good. All I'm going to do is hold it above. I'm going to squeeze, and then when it's almost full, just going to pull away. Squeeze, and allow it to spread, and pull away. And then that way, they should all be the same size, I'm hoping, because obviously when you make a macaroon, you want that cute little sandwich to be just perfect, okay? And they don't spread that much. And if you don't know, I'm making chocolate. I have 24 rounds on each baking sheet. I'm hoping I have enough batter to fill them both. And then I will have 24 beautiful sandwiches. Okay, so I'm done filling up this tray, and what I want to do is tap on it so that we can get rid of any kind of air pockets, because that's going to ruin the texture of your macaroon. So here goes. Okay, a little tap will do you. So if you see, like, there's a little dot right here, you can kind of help that along. There's another one. You just want to break those up, because that's going to cause problems when you bake it. So I'm done with my second tray. Now is the time that you would add any kind of embellishment that you want to the top. So I'm just going to do some of these chocolate sprinkles. I'm only going to do half of them, because obviously one side is going to be the top and the other side is going to be the bottom. Now we're going to let these rest until they form like a crust. If I touch them, they're soft, but they're not tacky. And that could take about a half an hour. This would be nice with crushed candies, maybe a peppermint candy because it's chocolate, or mint, or finely crushed nuts would be nice as well. So I've allowed my macaroons to rest, and they formed a little bit of a crust. I can tell because when I touch them, they're not wet. So now they go in a 300-degree oven, middle rack. I'm going to bake one tray at a time, and they're going to go 18 to 22 minutes, or until they rise a little bit and get glossy. Wish me luck. Finally, I'm going to make a whipped chocolate ganache for my filling. I have 8 ounces of bittersweet chocolate. I added some heavy cream that I heated. I'm letting it sit for 5 to 10 minutes. I'll stir it, and then I'll let it cool completely, and then we'll whip it so it's creamy and delicious. So my macaroons cooled. I removed them from the parchment paper. Let me just show you how easy it is to fill. Just take your pastry bag, squeeze a little portion, just like that. Put on your little top, real nice, and that's it. These are going to go in the refrigerator overnight. The cookie inside will soften with the cream filling, and then tomorrow they're going to be absolutely perfect. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget, give us a like on Facebook, follow us on Instagram now, join that YouTube channel, Gourmet or Good Enough. Ciao!